Here we are. It's been a while since I've done a live video because I haven't felt like it. And I've been out of town, been on vacation, been at work, been doing this. But now we're here, 4th of July, squeezing in a quick workout before we go to our 4th of July party. So I'm gonna get started and my wife is gonna join me for part of it. Let's make sure the sound's working. Sweet, it is. All right, I am doing dumbbell rows now instead of the barbell ones because my arms were hurting doing barbell really heavy, so I have a more neutral grip with these now. Warm up weight here with the 25s. You'd probably be fine with the 15s.
I advised you to like 10s if you were doing 25s for your warm-up.
Oh, I mean, I'm also going up to 80.
Okay. Is this thing like adjustable or am I gonna?
I think you're probably fine.
Okay, again.
I put my hands a little bit of an angle like that, but just pull back towards your hip here. You'll feel it up in here. Just try to drive your elbow. Think about like not going like this, but just driving your elbows back. So use your back, not your arms. There you go. Look at that. The same exercises work for girls as they do for guys. Imagine that. Heavy?
Yeah.
How many did you do?
15. Oh, sorry.
I'll get the 50s. This gives me a reason to not sit here and rest so long either. Because I tend to take my time between sets. When I'm with someone else, it's like, you know what, let's not waste time. Plus between warm-up sets, you really don't need much time.
How many are considered warm-up sets?
Well, I did too. You're not going that heavy, so that was probably plenty for you. I took, that pad was right here. It kind of goes against your legs, so I took it off because my dumbbells would hit that.
That's very hard. 20 is pretty hard. Okay.
We'll try to, hold on, let me get this.
Should I
I'll
do
get
like
it for
the
you.
15 to the 2.5?
No, just do 20 and try to get 10, because if you can get 15, I'll bring it to you. If you can do 15, you should be able to get 10. I'll just hand them to you so you don't have to lower yourself. Got it? Alright. And I'm going to be doing 82.5. So we got these micro gains plates. Because I only have 10-pound increments when I get over 50. So this allows me to go up by 2.5 or 5 instead of jumping 10 pounds.
Okay.
How many is that?
12.
You got 12?
Yeah.
See, you can do 30s.
That's good one.
I'm just kidding.
You want to hand this to you?
No. I don't think
Just
so.
kidding. I don't think I could.
Let's see. We got. Hello there. Hey, that makes me think of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. Happy 4th of July, everyone. I might have just shown myself to be a Star Wars nerd, but there it is. What can you do? What's everyone doing? today for the 4th. We actually have 3 parties in a row. We had one yesterday, a youth group party for the youth at our church. Now we're going to a 4th of July party, and we're having a belated 4th of July party tomorrow because some family's not getting in town till tonight, so. 3 wild parties with swimming with the kids in the pool. Blake, I didn't know that you spoke Russian, dude. Sweet.
Just like, look at me.
Yeah. Blakey boy.
Oh, we'll see you later, Blake.
Is that, I forgot
Yeah,
what
that's him.
what do they call the language? I forget what the actual name for it is.
What?
Those type of symbols. I forget what it's called. Like that they use for the Russian language.
He said, I do. It looks like Hebrew or Latin or something.
There we go. I feel like I can feel my lats more when I have a neutral grip getting up in here versus it starts to hurt my tendons when I'm like that or even like this because I started getting where the weight was heavy, and when it got more difficult I would kind of pull like this, so I'm curling the weight. So this kind of keeps you from doing that. I got you.
I was gonna move them.
How many give it to you?
Well, I do 20s again or 25s?
No, you got 12. If you can get 12 again, that would be good. Look, I got 12, I'm not going up in weight. And I've got all my lifts that I'm trying to meet or exceed in the description. So, if you're following along or whatever. And as far as, these are the supplements I use every day. I got creatine, 1 scoop of that. It's the pre-workout I normally use. Actually just ran out, so I gotta order more. And this is like the last week and a half that I'm testing this stuff before I make my last review. So I've got codes in the description that'll get you money off if you want to try any of those. If not, that's cool too, because you don't actually need any supplements. I didn't start taking anything till I was in my 30s. So don't feel like you have to take supplements to make progress. All right, so 12, try to get at least 10 on the next set, and I'm gonna drop it down. To 80 after that. It's hot out here.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how much hotter it is right outside that garage door.
Where did that come from? Have many people seen the kitten?
I don't know. It's my 4th of July shirt. Freedom, safe, and effective. And then my 4th of July swimsuit shorts. See, we got this liner, red, kind of rode up a little bit, red and blue. He's usually under there.
Oh, here he is.
Is he hiding back there?
Yeah.
The cat. Our cat, my girl's favorite cat, got smashed in the head by a car, so now
Say hi.
we have a new one.
We found him.
Like a week after the other
Yeah.
one died, this guy showed up. I wanted to name him Phoenix because he rose from the ashes of our dead cat. But my daughter didn't like that, so his name's Charlie. Or King Charles. Did you put those away?
Yeah. Am I using it?
Yeah, 3 sets.
Oh, I didn't quite sign up for the other one.
How many did you get?
12.
Do you want to try 25s?
I don't know.
Or you can just put a couple of these 2-pounders on, do 22. when I start feeling it more in my biceps on my back, I know that set is over. Today I'm doing rows, pull-ups, some curls. I got that dumb Star Wars song stuck in my head, like for the last 2 days. Good. Try to pull it back towards your hips. Drive your elbows back. Pull hard so you get some momentum. Got the weight? I need a minute before I do another set. Nice emojis. An eye, lips, and an eye. Does that mean your lips are watching me? I don't know what to make of that. But if anyone's joining in, let me know if you have any questions about diet, training, or life in general. And I'll be happy to help you out if I can. I wonder how much of a difference. Oh, you're listening to stuff? Lucky. How much of a difference just the heat makes on my performance versus when it's cool out. Or when it's winter and it hurts to hold the barbell because it's so cold. I've had to take my barbell into the house and put it in front of the fireplace before I start working out because it hurt and I don't want to be a pansy and wear gloves. I feel like it's getting brighter in here too. Maybe not. Okay, I'm just making excuses. So drop it down to 80, took the 2.5s off. See if I can get 11 or 12 here. I'm gonna drop it one more time to 75. You can do something else now.
Okay, what should I do?
I don't know, what do you want to do? I'm gonna be doing pull-ups. I know you can't really do those.
I think you do.
So, I mean, you can do some bench pressing.
Okay. It's nice.
Sweaty. Gross. Where's my rack? One more set with 75. Huh?
I start with 10 or 15?
For what?
Bench press.
Just a little warm-up set with the 10s. Do like 10 reps or so. If you feel fine, then switch out. You have room?
Yeah.
Put these on. We'll be doing 75 for the last set. Good. guess maybe that's the reason I haven't been streaming. Because I've been working out in here with my big fan one. And it's really loud sitting next to the camera. So there's that. Putting a barbell in front of the fireplace. Yeah, I've got a friend who we've gone and deadlifted before, and he pulls out some gloves. I'm like, are you gonna wear those, dude? Do I have to go somewhere else? If you're gonna lift like a girl. And I say that because my wife, who is a girl, because a woman is a human female, an adult human female, she, what am I thinking? Oh, she wears gloves when she lifts heavy because it hurts her hands. That's my point. I said, my friend will wear gloves like a girl. I said, I say that because my wife, I don't know. See a reflection? I'm just making sure. I was standing while you were lifting right here because you could see your butt in the mirror. Not your butt, but just the back of you. So I stood there. Hey dude, thanks. Happy 4th to you too. All right, I'm putting off this last set. I did 14 last time with 75s, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I'm like 2 pounds lighter this morning than I've been lately. I just wasn't that hungry the last couple days, so we'll see how that goes. Why would you not wear gloves, or why would you not want calluses? Hey, you're gonna need to do it the other way. Girls don't like calluses. All right, and my bicep has been hurting. Like, been putting ice on it every day. By the time I get to this workout, it typically feels better, but by the end it starts hurting again. So, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna do different curls today. Instead of the seated incline curls, I'm just gonna do some standing dumbbell curls and see if that helps at all. I know I'm doing a trial test of the same workout, but I'm not gonna injure myself because I wanna track progress on the curls, because the main thing is these first lifts of the rows, bench press, and leg press. I was about to drop those on the ground and I changed my mind. I'm sweating. What you doing?
Put some more and put my salad in.
Don't run away. Sweat all over this thing. So with the weight, something I've noticed, with this, since I've gone, like my average weight went up about a pound when I started taking this one a day, then another pound after the next like 6 or 7 weeks on 2 a day. So I thought, well, my weight gonna keep going up, but it's actually been going down the last couple weeks. I've been on 3 a day, and my appetite has just been lower. I'm making sure I get the protein I want every day still, but I'm just like, I'm not forcing myself to keep eating because I don't want to feel extra full for no reason. So, If anything, I haven't noticed a big strength performance or anything like that increase, but I mean, if I was gonna do a bodybuilding or something like that, I might start taking it like the last 4 or 5 weeks leading into it to help with appetite when you start getting more hungry, maybe. But I don't think it's something I'm gonna keep taking, I guess, which isn't the best thing when you're an affiliate, but you know, I'm not gonna tell you I take stuff just to try to make money off of it. The main thing is like creatine and pre-workouts I take pretty much every day, and I've been doing for 5 years, so that stuff works for sure. Ripping off, yeah. I have put on gloves before or after. I've got a video of it somewhere, but I was deadlifting and doing like high reps with heavy weight, like 390, I think I did 9 times, and just ripped a big chunk out of my hand. So then I put a Band-Aid on it and a glove so that the Band-Aid wouldn't rip off for the rest of that workout. But in general, if I was gonna wear gloves, it would only be for something really heavy like that, not just for every movement. I wear these lifting straps to focus more on the back. All right, so now moving over this way. I'm gonna be doing pull-ups. Lift that there. I'm doing 4 sets of this as well. So I did technically more than 4 sets, but I did 4 working sets of the rows. The way I do it is with back, I try to get 4 sets of a horizontal row and 4 working sets of a vertical row. And then I throw some curls in at the end, because people have commented before, like, you don't do a whole lot of curls, which my arms are already kind of big. I mean, I want them to grow a little bit still, but proportionally. And I basically count each of my rowing movements, like every 2 sets is like 1 set of arms. So once I get done with 8 sets of back, it's like I've done 4 sets of arms already, and then I do another like 3 working sets. That gets me up to 7, 14 working sets for the week. So that's kind of how I look at it. My car is outside. Right now, since we have that new cat in here, I'm just leaving my car out because we're keeping the garage closed so that the cat doesn't get out until he's used to our house. And that cat is like all bones right now. It's kind of gross to hold him.
It's more fat on his belly now.
But still, it's just kind of creepy. It's a little darker when they're up. Yeah, it's a little better. And like I was saying with the neutral grip, I bought these so they hook on, and you can pull a pin here and change the angle however you want. So I've got kind of like a 45-degree angle that I'm doing my pull-ups on, and it helps with my arm hurting. Push hard. Push up and in. You got it, sister. Up and in. Push in. There you go. That's easy. Keep going. That last one was faster than like the previous 4.
That pushed better.
Well, you got to do that on all of them. So this first set, I'm shooting for 20 reps. I'll tell you why after I do it. Pull-ups. Actually felt pretty easy. So, when it comes to rep ranges, people always want to know how many reps should I do. You'll hear like 5 reps or less for strength, or 10 plus for hypertrophy. But anywhere from 5 to 30 reps, if you're going to failure, where you pretty much can't do anymore by the last rep, or within 1 or 2 reps of failure, you're going to build close to the same amount of muscle. So the lower you go, the more likely you are to get hurt. The higher you go, the more it turns into cardio, especially with stuff like squats. So it may depend on what you're doing. Like squats, if I go over 12, I feel like I'm gonna die. But then different types of curls, lateral raises, it's a lot less stress on the joints doing higher reps. So that first set, I've already warmed up from doing my rows, but it is a different movement. So instead of doing a warm-up set, it's almost like a combination for me where I'm doing 20 reps, getting close to failure. So that it's higher rep, semi-warm-up because it's not too hard the first half, but then you get close to the failure still by the end of 20 reps. And now I'm gonna add weight and be shooting for like between 10 and 15, whatever I can get. So I just don't want to be doing extra sets of pull-ups. So I use that first one as like a combination warm-up and working set. Speaking of, where's my water? I need to play some patriotic music in the background. Like the Star Spangled Banner. Over and over the whole time. The Star Spangled Banner. You want to watch My Girl too?
What's the other song about?
Proud to be an American? Or is that what you're just saying?
Yeah, probably.
So we got the weight belt now. So I do my first set with 45 pounds, the next one with 35, last one with 25, and I do a drop set of that. So as many as I can with the 25s. How many did you do on your last set?
20, that was 14.
Okay.
That's the last.
And you probably could have done another 3 or 4 reps if you pushed yourself.
You know me.
Yeah, you only push yourself if someone else is telling you to. Just push hard up and inward. Big breath, push hard. Push. Big breath. How many was that?
4.
4? How do you go from 14 to 4?
Pretty sure I used the 20 last time.
You did. I mean, that is a 25% jump. Let's zoom in a little bit. Is that ice cream truck?
No, it's Ashley Miller.
Tell me I wasn't predestined to take the ice cream. How many think I can get?
What did you do last time?
I don't know. I don't want to look because I don't want to have a number stuck in my head.
Oh, I have no idea. How much do you have on you?
45 pounds.
How many?
45 pounds. Lightweight, baby. That's all you gotta know.
That's what I said. A lot.
You know how many that was?
I don't think I spent 8, maybe.
I lost count.
What were you at when you lost count?
I don't know. If I knew, I would have.
I think it was 8.
That was like 10.
It was 10.
I thought you were, when I said how many can I get, I thought you were going to actually watch and count.
Sorry, I was thinking through what I might do next, and I was like, I'll ask him what I'm going to do next.
So you're being selfish and thinking about yourself. I'll just check what we got on here.
Blake, did you count? How many was it?
7, 8. Wait, was that 11?
He said 11. Huh.
Oh,
that's
sweet.
way off. Thanks. Thanks, Blake.
That's why the last one was so hard. I thought it was number 10, and I was kind of sad because I want to get at least 10. I don't know if I made it all the way up on the last one though. Thank you, sir. Oh my gosh.
Are you working out too, Blake? Doing it with us?
You gotta get in front of the camera, bro, if you're gonna talk.
No, I can. Okay. What should I do next?
I could really use a fan right now. Well, you did some chest, you did some back,
Gotcha.
legs, or not.
Okay, I'll do legs.
Or you just do upper body, do some curls, or do some shoulder press, or lateral raises.
Well, I do curls and shoulders myself. I'll do laterals, but I do those a couple days.
What we got on there? Nice. I was gonna work out earlier today, but someone called from our neighborhood that just moved in, and they had a trampoline in their yard. They're saying, does anybody want this? So we're like, well, yes, we do. So I went to get that. It probably took a good hour and a half of taking it apart, bringing it here, setting it up. Our lawnmower wasn't working, so we're just having to keep troubleshooting it with my son. Here, put your feet close together. And try to keep your elbows higher than your wrist. You don't want to go like this, but elbows. Yeah. Because if you go, you don't want to go like this because you start using other parts of your arms. Okay. 35. Let's see what we got here. Got someone else up in here. Jose, do I train consecutive days? Yep. I train pretty much every day. My typical order is legs, chest, back, or legs, push, pull. And then on the 4th day, I do cardio. And then I start over the next day. So my cardio day is like my rest day from lifting. But like yesterday, I swam 2.25 miles. I usually swim for about an hour, and it ends up being like 1.5 miles. But there was no one at the pool. So I just kept going, swam for almost 1.5 hours. Especially with all the extra hot dogs I'm gonna eat today. All right.
Barbecue.
Well, that's even better.
I heard Blake smoked it himself.
So when I'm doing this, you know, since there's no bar, I'm looking in the mirror and trying to get my ears parallel with the handles to make sure I'm getting a full rep. These are nice too because I can set up my straps like this and just throw my arms up there instead of holding my hands over my head for 10 or 15 seconds, wasting energy trying to get these set up. I do prefer lat pull downs and stuff at gyms, but you know, it's good to do this at home. Hey, we're streaming.
Hey, you know that Blake is watching?
Is that where you're mowing in? Is that a shirt? No. Okay. Just want to make sure. Hey, can you count, Connor? Because I lost count last time. You don't have to do it out loud. Count like when I get to 5 and when I get to 10. Okay. Oh, I gotta pull it first. I don't want to do it in the middle of a rep, and it'll be loud. I can do it quietly. Plus, it's letting air out. That's less weight. I usually go to the bathroom. I'll go pee before this, so it's less weight. Lightweight baby. You know, I was just talking about how I like strapping this up like this so I don't have my hands over my head, wasting energy, and I just sat here with my hands over my head for like 30 seconds talking about farting. Joke's on me. How many's that? Oh gosh. My arm's starting to hurt a bit. come in front of the camera. That was
Hi, Blake.
12. One more set. So last time was 25, so I got 13, and then dropped the weight and got 10 more. So take a little extra rest and then we'll see. Try not to let your knees cave in when you jump up.
It's not awkward right now. I've done this a lot.
Jump high. Squat deep.
I keep going to my right. I guess I need to watch myself.
Keep your heels flat, bud. Your little frog. If you don't stomp your heels when you land, huh?
Yeah.
Just got some clouds out there, I guess. Got a little dark. I'll check my Rumble stream real quick. For you Rumble folks, I'm mostly monitoring my YouTube chat. If anyone's got questions on Rumble or comments, you know, post them there. I'm checking every so often. I'm dreading this last set. What do we have? Only 37 minutes. We'll be done in an hour. That'll be good.
Like in 1 more hour?
No, like by 1 hour. Just trying to get through it quick. I'm not gonna do seated curls because it's like just extra stretching and been hurting, so I'm gonna just do some standing. Actually, I got a email from a company today with a preacher curl machine. So kind of like, so it's got the whole setup. It's not just like the bench where you have to put your own bar on, but it's plate loaded on the side like this. It's kind of like the kinds at the gym are better probably, but it's got a handle that kind of goes like this and then like that and then out, so you can do, and you can lift it up and use it for triceps too. So I'm probably gonna say yes to that one. These plate loaded preacher curls are.
We'll leave in about an hour and 20 minutes. We'll drop the trailer off at Grand Fox. Does it hook up to, we have a thing on the Suburban hook up?
No, but it'll be fast.
Okay.
I'm just gonna,
Taking one off the truck and put it
yeah,
on.
I just have to lower the trailer onto the ground, pull my truck out and pull that in. I mean, I can just back the trailer into our garage and take it to the house tomorrow if we really wanted, but.
Yeah. Either way, well, we might be better to do it today just because we have a lot of extra cars moving on. Unless we get there.
Yeah, that's true.
Which we don't usually do that early.
Hey Taylor, can you count?
We'll see what time we're ready.
You wanna come count for me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay. Whatever. All right, last set of these pull-up thingies. See if I can get 13 and 10. 13 with 25 pounds hooked to me, and then 10 more.
Are you
with
sitting on
nothing.
my phone or sitting inside?
I doubt she's sitting. That song's still stuck in my head.
I'm not saying that.
Did you card? That's okay. Same.
she eaten yet?
Well,
Close enough. I did get one extra rep with the 45 hook to me, so that's good. Brighten this up. What we got on here? I can't try consecutively. I rest 2 days. I get sore from my workouts. I mean, I'd have to know a little bit more. Are you doing like full body workouts, or are you doing upper lower split? Are you doing like push pull legs? Like what is a typical Sunday to Saturday workout week look like for you? And I can let you know. Oh, calling again. Wow. All right, we're gonna, while you write that down so I can know a little better, I'm gonna finish this up here or get started on my first set. I'm gonna do superset here of curls and my reverse fly machine here. So we got, take some of this off. I really like this machine. It's been a good sponsorship piece of equipment I've got. And I would definitely buy it now. I've been using this thing for, I don't know how long, 3 months or so. It's been great. Man, it got really cloudy. Brighten this place up. First set of curls is lighter weight, a little bit of a warm up. We'll start with the 20s, then move up to like the 45s or 50s. So, where should I stand? Let's see. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna zoom in to the mirror. First reps on my left arm are a little painful. And straight into this reverse fly right here. I turn my hat around backwards so I don't hit it on the machine. Five. 10. 15. 20.
just in case.
Huh?
A little shaky.
It's not gonna help. milk, there's no sugar in it. Protein's not gonna make you not feel shaky in a workout. Watch my wife eat a Built Bar. Legs, abs, chest, arms. So you do 2 days in a row. I'm guessing from what you're saying. 2 days in a row. Then you take 2 or 3 days off, then do it again. Like, do you do back? I don't see back in there anywhere. Or is that like included in your chest, like an upper body day? Because you don't want to be skipping out on that. You want to have well-rounded everything. But if you're doing that twice a week, like, that's fine if you're sore for multiple days, because ideally do it twice a week. It gives your muscles enough time to rest. Because like my chest was sore. I did chest, what, 2 days ago? So before that, I had done it 4 days prior. My chest was sore up until the day when it was time to do chest again. So it doesn't matter if you're sore, as long as you're not sore by your next workout. What was I thinking with that? Oh yeah, and like you don't have to do push-pull legs or upper lower. Like ideally doing like a push-pull legs, you can get the most out of it because you can do more exercises per body part, like focusing on your lower body for leg day, focusing on your chest, shoulders, and triceps, and then focusing just on your back and biceps on the last day. Because then you can get more volume per muscle group without, like, if I do an upper body workout, I'm doing chest and back, it's a lot more volume and more tiring, and you may not be getting as much out of it by the end of it. But if you're sore, like, you know, you're doing 2 days and everything's sore, then 3 days later, you're towards the end of the week, you do your 2 days in a row again, and you're good to go. So that's fine, as long as you're recovered by your next day and you're able to do that twice a week, each of those workouts twice a week, you should be fine. Just make sure you're eating enough protein to build the muscle and you should be good to go. All right. All right, 50 pounders. Let's see what we can do. What are you doing, cat? There goes my supplements. Forgot to zoom it back in. The big thing is, if you're recovered, if you get sore, but then you're recovered by the next time you work out and you can do those workouts twice a week, you should be fine. Hopefully this doesn't hurt too bad. It is hurting. Dang. Bites. I may just start cutting out my bicep curls altogether until it quits hurting, or just do some like higher volume with the 30s. Maybe just a mixture of heavy rows with heavy curls is making it hurt. And I've been pushing harder and harder during this Turkesterone trial I've been doing for like 4 months. 13. Ugh. 2 more sets of that. I'm gonna drop down to 45s for my next set of curls. That helps a little bit. Fully recover. Yeah, do get pumped up, and that's the funny thing too. Like, you'd think people that work out would know this type of stuff by now, but like, I see these videos on, what's the dude's name? Hussein Farhat, the natty or nots, all that. The dude could have definitely been on drugs. It's an impressive transformation. But a lot of it's misleading too, and I think the guy could be natural. I just made a video comparing his blood work to mine. It's almost identical. And people say, well, yeah, but you're older, so his testosterone should be way higher, but your testosterone doesn't have to be super high for you to build muscle. The most important thing is that you're training hard, consistently, progressive overloading, getting enough protein and calories to actually grow. Not grows in bulk and get fat, but just slowly gain weight, like a pound every other month. Every 6 to 8 weeks, go up a pound. And maybe add like 100 calories to your diet every 3 months. And then 2 to 3 months later, add another 100 calories a day. And that's all it takes, but people, you don't see the changes from day to day, and people like to bulk and cut because you see big changes. When you start gaining fat, you're like, oh, I'm getting bigger. And then you start cutting, you see the fat going away, so you see changes. But you don't see a big change when, like, my shape is not gonna change much. I'm gonna slowly get more muscle over years now at this point. And on camera, I'm not gonna look that much different because my shape is the same. But when you get a pump, especially when I do lateral raises and get a chest pump, it looks way different. And that's what guys like Hussein do. They work out, keep all their shirt and stuff on, then take it off when their chest and shoulders are pumped. Take some pictures, throw a ton of filters on it to make you look more lean and to make everything stand out more. There's certain angles, like getting a wider angle lens, leaning towards the camera so your waist looks smaller than your chest. Like, there's so many tricks that people don't realize, so it's misleading. And the stuff like, 50-pound transformation in 3 years. You're like, no way that you gain 50 pounds of muscle, but it's not muscle. It says 50 pounds. Do bulk from 140 to 190. That's 50 pounds, right? But then he lost 24 pounds to do a bodybuilding show. So that's pretty telling on how much fat he actually had. And he didn't take pictures when he was up at 190. He did it in the 170s and low 180s. But the only pictures you see are those pictures when they're lean, even though they're heavier now, and they keep the shirts on and all that, so you can't tell. Next set of curls. See what we got here. $45-pound weights. Hopefully it's not hurting. Oh, hey, cat. That's a little better. Yeah, that felt way better. I'm gonna drop down to 40s on the last set, because the last 2 are a little painful, but the rest were not that bad. One more set. Oh, 40s. You don't think he was natty? Yeah, I mean, like I said, he definitely might not be. There's no way for anyone to know for sure besides him. But I would expect if he gained so much muscle like everyone claims, he would have been a lot bigger at a bodybuilding show than 166. He's the same height as me. I did a bodybuilding show at 175. 9 pounds heavier on stage than he was after I'd been training hard for 5 years, or 3 years. Because I put on just about 25 pounds of muscle in 3 years when I started training hard consistently, being on top of my diet. And what I came up with in one of my videos was 28 pounds for him, based on how much he bulked, how much he cut, how much water weight there'd be from things like creatine and fat gain, because you have to gain some fat even if you stay at the same body fat percentage. So I would expect him to be a lot bigger, like in the 180s on stage, like 20 pounds heavier, because if he was so lean and shredded at his 50 pound of muscle gain that people say close to 190, he wouldn't be in the mid 160s doing a bodybuilding show. And I know people then say, well, but he was doing a natural show, so he had to come off. But then he wasn't tested, and everyone claims that, well, he did that show because he knew he wouldn't be tested. Well, if he knew he wouldn't be tested, why would he come off of anything? That makes even less sense. The arguments are contradictory. Again, he could be fake. The thing is, most people don't work out hard 6 days a week for 3 years straight. Progressive overloading, pushing yourself every time, except for getting sick. And then after you're better, getting right back into it and being on your diet. When you figure out how to do stuff right, as far as building muscle goes and working out, the right amount of volume, the right amount of food, you will make a lot of progress. But most people aren't even willing to try, and the ones that do typically don't last longer than 6 to 12 months. So when people see what it looks like, they're like, that's impossible, because most people are never gonna do that themselves because they don't have the dedication to do it. Other stuff's more important, and that's fine. You don't have to look like he does. But I think it is possible. The big thing is, are you healthy? That's my main thing. I want to be healthy. That's why I work out. That's why I do my cardio. My cholesterol dropped a ton when I started doing cardio twice a week. Hard for an hour at a time. So there's that. Last set of curls. And then it's gonna be time to get ready for a party. Is that right? Something like that. '40s now. I was having a debate with a guy a couple days ago when I posted my last video on Hussein, saying that this guy was saying the way his veins stick out isn't natural. You can't have vascularity like that unless you're on drugs, because it pumps more, makes your veins bigger, it pumps blood through it. And yeah, that happens. See you at the party, dude. But look at my veins. When you get pumped up especially, In the morning when it's cold, you can barely even see my veins. Now, it's like crazy. Bicep veins going through my chest. And he's like, yeah, but you don't see veins going up people's abs and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, that's literally a factor of leanness. That's all it is. The more lean you are, the more you see your veins, because there's less fat all around them. And the bigger your muscles get, it pushes your veins to the surface even more. When they get pumped up, they show even more. Then add filters and everything on top of that. And he was like, you don't understand. I'm like, dude, I looked at his profile on Instagram or on YouTube. The dude went from really overweight to still overweight, but looks a lot better. So he's never been lean enough to see, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, if you've never been there or done that, you don't understand. And I was like, dude, DM me on Instagram and I'll show you. And I showed him a picture of me normal every day, like now. Like, you can see my veins pretty good when I get pumped up. But then normal, it's not like they're just standing out. But then I showed him a picture of the week before I started peak week, before my bodybuilding show, and you could see veins going all the way up my abs, into my chest, and my shoulders. And I showed him a picture the night of my show when I was really dehydrated, and it's like your skin gets shrink wrapped and the veins are crazy. And he was like, oh, I guess I kind of understand what you mean now. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, you don't understand. It's how much being lean changes things. And look at Will Tennyson. That dude, everyone's saying he wasn't natural anymore because he got really shredded. And now they're probably gonna say he came off and he lost his gains because he's back to a normal level of body fat. Stuff stands out so much more that people think you're not natural, because when you see it, you look so much different from normal everyday, especially overweight people. It stands out, and so they assume you're not natural. Have you tested fasted cardio? Let me do this last set and then I'll get to you for that. I'm done. Write that down real quick. I think that was only 8. All right, got that logged. I just log stuff on my notes app on my phone. So, fasted cardio, I don't do it. As long as you do cardio, that's important, because I've been lean, look healthy, got my blood work done, my cholesterol was high, my LDL, the bad cholesterol, above the normal range. I got back into doing cardio twice a week and it dropped like, it went from 116 to 90. The high end of the normal range is 99. So it put me way below where I was just from doing cardio. So even though if you look healthy, you look lean, it's important. Barrett is crying right now. It's important to do cardio because you can't see what things are like on the inside unless you get blood work. And keeping your heart healthy is important. You don't want to get heart attacks. So as long as you're doing cardio, that's good. The fasted cardio, I don't do because I don't like feeling hungry. And I've gone swimming before. I usually have a protein bar. I get those Met RX bars that I'll eat in the morning, because when I swim, it's typically between like 6 and 8 o'clock when the lap swimming is going on. It's either that or at nighttime, and I don't want to do it at night. So get up in the morning, go do that, but I don't want to do it on an empty stomach, because I've gone like, when I'm halfway through at 30 minutes, my stomach starts growling and it just does not feel good. Swimming in the water, gasping for breath, and your stomach's grumbling. Stop, cat. Stop. Don't mess with my HDMI cable. So I personally don't. Those Meta X bars, they have a good amount of sugar in them. They're like almost 400 calories, 30 grams of protein. So I'm getting some protein still, getting some sugar to help with the workout. And it usually keeps me from getting hungry till after I get home and eat breakfast. So people say do fasted cardio, otherwise you're just gonna burn carbs versus fat. I'm not doing cardio to burn fat, first of all. But what really matters is if you're in a calorie deficit, if you're trying to lose weight. Because sure, you can do fasted cardio, you burn some fat, and then as soon as you're done, you start eating. You're not burning fat anymore because you're eating food. People say, well, if you eat food, you're just gonna burn that food off, and then that's all that happens during cardio, then you go back and eat and you just replenish that. Yeah, that happens, but if by the time you get to the end of the day, you go to sleep, you've eaten fewer calories than you need, what's your body gonna do while you're sleeping? It's gonna burn fat. So, I mean, I've dieted down super lean for bodybuilding show, ate carbs the entire time, did normal cardio, not fasted the entire time, and I lost the weight. Like, you don't have to do anything special. And to me, I feel like if you're going a long time without food, you're more likely to lose muscle, especially if you're cutting, which is not cool. See you later, Blake. So, if you like fasted cardio, if it makes you feel better, that's cool. But if you feel like it's hurting your performance, I would suggest eating a little something. I always try to eat something within the first hour of getting up just to get a little protein in. Stop, cat, you're gonna mess up my cable. So, that's my take on fasted cardio. If you do it, that's cool. If you don't, just do cardio so you can be healthy. And the GLP Max, no, I haven't tried that, or G-Shred. I made a video on their supplements that I will and won't try, and those are some of them. My view is if you need to use those to lose weight, then you're probably doing something wrong, or you're dieting too far and you need to stop and take a break and maintain where you are. If you need appetite suppressants, something's not right with your diet. So, the same thing with like sleeping pills and whatnot. If you're having to take that to sleep, I highly suggest you figure out why you're not sleeping. Are you drinking a bunch of caffeine? Are you staying up late playing video games? Go to sleep, get good rest, rather than taking drugs to help you get to that stuff. I mean, you know, take a pre-workout with some caffeine. It helps boost your performance some way you're working out, but I also don't need it. I can go to sleep just fine. And that's the thing too. If you're working out hard, you shouldn't have any problem sleeping because your body's gonna need the recovery. That's my take on it. Got another video coming tomorrow, full day of eating. Had a request for that lately, what I've been eating lately, so you can check that out. Got lots of stuff coming. I'll do some more live videos this next week. Happy 4th of July, and I'll see you guys later.